you ever been to Mexico? I wanna leave right now. Not a soul has to know the why or how.
What's up guys, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. But I feel like changing into a hoodie. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. As you can tell by the title, I'm doing my Jacob Whitesides experiences. I want to say that I am beyond grateful for all the times I've seen him live and also got the chance to hug him. Okay, so getting on with the video, right here I have 5 out of 6 of the pictures I took with Jacob. Morning. I'm gonna talk a lot. The first time I ever met Jacob was August 15th, 2014. I hope you can see that. And this was at OMG Music Fest, that little tour he did with Alyssa Schaus, Dylan Holland, Reed Deming, Round 2 crew, and Grant. It was my first time meeting Jacob, and I'm a really shy person, and in 2014, I was like beyond shy. Like, I was like, what do I say? What do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? I didn't know what to do. The day comes, and the way it is, it's Dylan with Jacob. So I walk like slowly, and I'm just like this, and Jacob's like, I'm like, oh my god, so this is happening. So I walk up to him, hug him, say hi. He's like, hey babe. I'm like, hey. When I move away from Dylan, Jacob like puts his hand like right on my side and like pulls me towards him. He's like, you don't know you're beautiful. And then Dylan's like, I think she does know. And then Jacob's like, yeah, she does. I'm like, thanks. I laid on Jacob, as you can see, like not laid on him, but like I rested my head on his shoulder. Yeah, and then he leaned his head on mine. I was like, oh babe. And then I left, hugged him again, then I left. That was it. That was the first time. I think she knows. Nope, recording, honey. Here we go. Then I met him at his birthday show, which is on November 11th on 2014. The picture. We did a hugging picture. And since it was his birthday, I wanted to give him a letter. So he got his Pitbull follow that day. So on the letter, I say, happy birthday, Jacob. And then I printed out a picture of Pitbull. And I put it on the letter. I had the VIP. It was for the Out Late tour, by the way. So I had the VIP that was like, you see him sound check and you meet him. So met him first and then he did sound check. So I'm up to him, and the first person you see is Becky, his mom, by the way. His mom was there, and I go up to her, and she's like, hi, sweetheart. Someone else was meeting Jacob already, so, like, I talked to Becky for, like, 20 seconds, maybe. She was like, hi, sweetie. I'm like, hi, Becky, you're so pretty. And then she's like, oh, thank you, but that's you. I'm like, thanks.
And then Jacob comes, and he's like, why are you talking to her? Or something like that.
I don't know what he said, but he, like, pulled me towards him. I'm like, happy birthday. And then he was like, thanks, babe. And I give him the letter, like, literally like this. I'm like, here you go. This is for you. Happy birthday. And then he looks at it like this. He's like, oh, Pitbull, that's my homie right there. And I'm like, okay, Jacob. All right. Chill. So he starts freaking out over Pitbull on the letter. And then he, like, puts it to the side. And then he was like, so how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. Excited to see you perform again and finally get the chance to hug you again. Because I didn't think I would get the chance to hug him again. And, yeah, so we say that, and then, he just pulls me in for a hug, and we take the picture like that. I say happy birthday again, I hope you have a good show, and then he's like, thanks, babe, and I'm like, okay, so we said bye, that was it.
This is not in order. Yikes.
The next time I met Jacob was on March 23rd, 2015, at the Reflection Tour, which I actually met, my friends there. So this is the picture. So basically what happened is we were freezing that day. I did not have gloves, or I did, but I didn't wear them for some stupid idiotic reason. I don't know why. So they eventually let us in, and I'm probably like the 4th person to meet him in the group of my friends. So I go up to him. So he was like, hey, I was like, hi. We start hugging, and we're still in mid-hug, and he kisses my forehead. I did not tell him to kiss my forehead, but he did it. I was just like, thanks.
He smells really good. Jacob, if you're watching, you smell really good. Sorry, but you do.
So, like, we're still in mid-hug after he kissed my forehead. I was holding onto his waist, and he was, like, holding onto my waist in a way, like, but towards my back more. And I'm like, by the way, I just wanted to tell you, I'm Whitesides Vivo. And then he was like, oh, babe, I just had an interview with Vivo.
I'm like, oh, shit.
I think it was for the Ohio music video or something like that. I don't know.
And then I said, oh, that's cool. I was like completely mind blown because like he knew who I was. He was like, oh my god, babe, that's you. I'm like, that's me. Whitesides Vivo, what?
And then I said, I hope you have a really good show. I hope the crowd is awesome for you. And yeah, that was it. That was the reflection.
You guys pick up your stuff when you get done. You guys keep
Hey, I'm about to do an interview with people.
The next meet and greet was actually Show of the Summer. I don't have the picture here. I'll include it. Yeah, that was the Show of the Summer meet and greet. It happened on June 28th, 2015 at Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I traveled from New York to Pennsylvania literally on such last minute because my friend Madison originally won the tickets and she gave them to me because she couldn't go. So I got them. And then I brought my friend Shazay and I had to like beg my aunt last minute, like, hey, can you like drive to New Jersey to pick me up? And she did. Because my uncle like drove me to New Jersey and she met us in New Jersey and like drove us to PA because she lives in PA. But anyways, so that happened. And she's like, Nicole, I'm gonna kill you with all these celebrities. You're like telling me last minute. I'm like, sorry. So we had to like help her pay for gas and she took us. So we go to the Show of the Summer. This meet and greet was like really like not chill at all. Like you were in a group. Like there's like maybe like 7 other people with us. And originally they said like you could take individuals with your fave, like there's gonna be lines like Fifth Harmony here, Jacob here, Sean here, Jack and Jack here, Sabrina Carpenter here. No, we had to go in groups with random people. We met them all, but we had to go in groups. We go in, we meet Sabrina, then Fifth Harmony, then Sean, then Jack and Jack, and then Jacob, and then it was R5 next. But I go up to Jacob and at first he didn't hug me because everybody else was hugging him. I'm like, okay. So I waited for everybody to leave and then I hugged him. So I said, I love you. When I left, he said, love you too, babe. Hugged, and then I went to R5. That was that meet and greet. So the next time I saw Jacob was on August 29th, 2015 at Arthur Ashe Kids Day at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Let me tell you, meeting Jacob was not planned at all. In my mind, I was like, I'll meet him today. Like, you never know, Nicole. Like, stay positive. You got. So my 11/11 wish was 11/11 meet Jacob today. 11/11 meet B today. I ended up meeting just Jacob, which is totally fine with me, but I tweeted B like weeks ago or like a month before the event that I wanted to take a picture with her and Jacob because she was saying like she missed Jacob and everything, and I said, oh, you'll see him in 40 days along with me, and then she said family photo with mom and dad. I'll like put it. Yeah, that happened. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet B and Jacob, but I didn't meet both of them. I didn't get a family photo. Tear. But I bumped into my friend Zoe. She originally won the JWHQ contest for Let's Be Birds when you had to like make a poster and everything. And I just made a poster for the hell of it because like I wanted to be like in the crowd just holding a poster up when he's singing Let's Be Birds. If you won the contest, you get to go on stage with Jacob and like hold up your poster, be on TV, all that. But I wanted to be cool and be in the crowd and hold up a poster. So I made a poster. And so I bump into my friend Zoe. And she's looking for the poster people, like giving you wristbands and everything. So I just tagged along with her because I had no way of getting inside the like place. I didn't know where to go. So I just followed her. And then she gets to the poster lady, and the poster lady like gives her a bracelet, gives her grandma a bracelet, and then gives me a bracelet. I'm just like, what? So Zoe's just like, go with it, go with it. So I went with it. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yeah, won the poster contest. But anyways, so me and Zoe get let in, and we're going in a staircase. We had to wait like a minute before going into the staircase. Don't know why. Maybe because Jacob was passing and like they didn't want us to see him. So eventually a minute passes, we go up the stairs. Me and Zoe are walking up the stairs. Someone is like behind us, like talking, and I'm just like, who is that? Like, that sounds familiar. And it's Jacob. I'm just like, Zoe, that's Jacob. We stop. And then I'm like on my phone because I didn't know what to do, and Zoe's on her phone. We didn't want to bother him. Like, that's, I don't know. So we're going up the stairs, and then like we're like freaking out. We're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do we do? What do we do? He's behind us, and then he's like, do you guys want a picture? I'm like,
He ran up on. Girl, he ran up on.
so this is the picture, and there's another picture also, just me hugging him and him smiling. It's right there. So yeah, this happens, and my friend Zoe, she's like, that's Whitesides Vivo, and then he's like, oh my god, babe, it's you again. I'm like, oh my god.
Like, I don't know, it just made me happy. He's like, I know who you are. I'm like, yeah, you do.
And yeah, so and then I asked him for the second picture, which was this, because I wanted to kiss him on the cheek. So that happened. And then I said, I love you, I hope you have a good show. And then I went on the stage with him. It was fun. So yeah, that happened. We exchanged our I love yous, said bye, and that was it. So after that, I thought honestly that was the last time I was going to see Jacob. There's one more time I met him, which was on October 21st, 2015, which is this picture. And might I say, I love this picture so much. Like, this picture makes me happy. Like holy crap, we are adorable. This was on a school day. So I go to school in Queens, so I had to take a bus and a train to get to Webster Hall, which is where this was taking place. So I get out at 3:15. I did not know when the meet and greet started because I bought tickets the night before because that's when Jacob like released upgrades. So I bought the upgrade last night, like the night before of it. And so like I'm in school, I'm like, oh my god, when does this start? Because I didn't get an email yet. And we kept on getting like stuff saying like it starts at 6:30, the meet and greet, concert starts at 7:30. I'm like, okay, gives me time to go home, drop my book bag off and everything. And then I get another email and it started at like 4:30. Like we had to be checked in at 4:30. I'm like, oh my god, I have like only 45 minutes to get into the city. And so I run out of school with my book bag. And then I goes to the train with my book bag and a pizza in my hand because I was really hungry. So I got pizza really fast. I'm like, can you please like speed it up? I kind of gotta get to a meet and greet. So that happened. So I'm just gonna fast forward to the meet and greet. So the meet and greet started. I was with my friend Alexa. Like I just met her and everything, and I was just with her online. And she goes first, and then I went. So I go up to him, and I threw my bag on the floor. Like I'm like, no, not today, school. So I throw my bag on the floor, and he looks at me. He's like,
Was that your school bag?
I'm like,
Yeah.
He's like, you came here from school.
Yeah.
he's like, wow, rebel. I'm like, thanks. I didn't skip any classes though, so it's not really a rebel, but okay. And then my hair, as you could see, it was like kind of wavy. So he was like, is that your natural hair? I'm like, no, it's with curlers. And then he was like, oh wow, it looks like super natural. I'm like, thanks. And then he's like, no problem. And then he said, wait, you look really familiar. I'm like, yeah, I'm Nicole. And then he's like, wait, let me guess your at. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. And then he was like, Whitesides, 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 Whitesides Viva. I'm like,
That's me. What's up? That's me.
and then he's like, I knew it. And I'm just like, yeah, you knew it. He's so cute. And then we take the picture, and I asked him if we could like do the cheek thing. And this boy, I tell him, I'm like, my radiator is making noises. Anyways, so I tell him, hey, by the way, my cheeks are like really chubby, so like don't like over squeeze. He's like, okay, sure, babe, I won't. What does he do? He over squeezes. I'm like, dude. Like, bruh, my cheek looks like that. Like, what are you doing? So I squeeze his cheek, he squeezes mine. I'm like praying that my cheeks don't look like that in the picture. But it did. But it's cute still. So yeah, that happens. And that was that. So then we hugged goodbye, and I was very sad. He makes me happy. Yeah, he makes me very happy. I love you so much, Jacob. If you watch this, then I'm sorry for all my rambling. I love you so much, and if you watch this video, or just like anybody in general, thank you for watching.